Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
This episode, we are going backstage with a country music legend. She made up half of the mother-daughter singing duo, the Judds.
Why not me on a rainy day? Why not me to love your cares away? Why not me?
Between 1983 and 1991, the Judds of Naomi and Wynonna, they became music royalty to country music fans. And they were inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. But behind the curtain, life's harmonies, they weren't so sweet. Before this interview with Wynonna, I had no idea the amount of tragedy that she's been through. A previous husband was arrested and charged with 3 counts of sexual battery on a child under 13. Then her next husband had his left leg amputated after a motorcycle accident. Her daughter's been in some trouble with the law, and the most horrific and heartbreaking of them all is the passing of her beautiful and iconic mother, Naomi Judd, who unfortunately recently committed suicide about 8 months ago. Here's my conversation with Wynonna Judd. Oh man, this show is going to be a special one. Our next guest, I got to tell you, has lived some kind of life. She's seen the highest of highs, and she's seen the lows that you could not even begin to comprehend. Selling 20 million albums, Country Music Hall of Famer, 20 top 10 hits, 14 number ones, 5 Grammys, and throw in 7 ACMs. And she's a legend, the lovely Wynonna Judd. What's going on? Why? How are you?
Oh, my Lord. How in the world? I'm going to have to listen to you every day. That's amazing.
Yeah, I love you. Why? I grew up, listen to the good old days, listen to the music, and now I'm excited to hopefully come see you. When you come to my neck of the woods down here in Florida, it's the Judds' final tour in celebration of the life and legacy of your mother, Naomi. Tickets available at thejudds.com. I've heard you say that behind all the success has been a woman in crisis, but on stage, a lot of that goes away, right?
Well, I wouldn't say crisis. I think what I am is vulnerable to everything that happens in life, and I'm really keenly aware of the grieving process right now. But you know what? The music is healing me in a way I wasn't expecting.
I would love to talk about some of these classic stories that I've heard you tell before, which hopefully will help in the healing process. But I just got a chuckle when I heard you say that your mom's hobby was trying to get backstage at concerts. And there's a great story about you as a teenager and your mom getting on Merle Haggard's tour bus. And boy, did your mom have the gift of gab and that charm. Can you tell that story?
I wrote about it in my book. I wrote a book about my journey so far anyway, and it's called Coming Home to Myself. And when I was a teenager, my mother got her way backstage, and we ended up on a bus for 3 days with Merle Haggard, and the rest is herstory. And she's quite the character. She's colorful. She had a way about her. She was one of the most beautiful women I had ever seen. She was like the kind of gorgeous that men followed her home. And I think Merle just thought she was the prettiest thing in the world. And here we are. And we're on the road with Merle Haggard. And, of course, years later, we would chuckle about it because it's like, here's my life. At 15, I think I was, and I had just started really singing country music. And so it was a dream come true, but it was like, how in the world did I end up here?
I'm an aspiring musician myself, Wynonna, and I really found it interesting that you had someone teach you something that stuck with you that not all musicians either have or they can even learn. But Miss Allen, a music teacher you had back in the hills, she taught you the passion of music. How do you learn that, and how do you not lose that every time you're on stage, that passion?
Boy, that is a really interesting question. Thank you for asking me that. That's so deep. Wow. I tell you what I know. When I show up, even if I'm having a rough day, I show up and I show out with the gift that I was given at birth. And, at conception, I believe that the spirit is conceived right at the time of the cells, forming. I think that I had the gift then. And when I came into this world screaming on pitch, my mother said, I found my way through music. And I think the passion comes because I get out of my own way. And I step aside and wait for God to walk through the room. That's as deep as it gets because it's a personal passion. It has to be personal. It can't be professional. It has to come from really deep down in yourself. And I think I just show up and I just wait for God to walk through that room. And when he shows up, marvelous things happen.
If you're looking for the most epic place on Earth, let's start at the base of a massive waterfall. Then trek through the thick jungle. Then climb to the peak of a snowy mountaintop. Then once you get there, keep going. Because with intelligent 4x4 and 7 drive modes in a Nissan Pathfinder, search is the real adventure.
Available feature. Intelligent 4x4 cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Our guest is Wynonna, one of the few people out there that you could just say Elvis, you can just say Madonna, you can just say Wynonna, and know that we're talking to the great Wynonna Judd. The final tour is coming up, and you can get your tickets to go see her. She's coming to a city near you by going to thejudds.com. Referring to your book again, you said that at some point at a very young age you became secure with insecurity. I found that very interesting. And it happened not long after a wild story about your mother where she fired some shots at her husband, Larry, and you would see the bullet holes in the wall, and that's kind of when that resonated with you. Can you elaborate about that story? That's pretty wild.
You're a character. It is pretty wild. My mother was wild. Anyone who knows, my mother was as determined to live as she was to die, and she's the most determined woman I know in my lifetime. Besides my grandmother, she's the strongest and the most vulnerable woman I ever knew. And, yes, she got angry and took the 38 special. And I think it was 2 bullets that she shot over his head to get his attention. And boy, did she.
Wow, that is crazy. And she's my kind of lady, though. I find myself somehow attracting those beautiful women that do have a little bit of a crazy side, you know, but hey, that's what makes them strong women. Hey, all right, I will. Let's talk about something. Let's go down memory lane a little bit. But there is a line in one of my favorite songs, "Grandpa, Tell Me About the Good Old Days." I think the lyric resonates actually more now than maybe it did back when you guys recorded it. But it's progress. I just don't know. It seems like we've abandoned a lot of the traditional values of the simpler times. When you sing that song, do you still feel that same way?
I don't. I feel very differently because of technology. It has really divided us in a way that I wasn't prepared for. And so when I do sing that song, it does remind me of my grandparents. My papa was buried with a Wynonna cap on, and Grandpa, Tell Me About the Good Old Days reminds me of him, and he was my world. My mama and my papa were my world. They raised me in a way that's just so sacred. Words can't define the kind of love that they gave me and the security that they gave me. And I've become secure with insecurity because of the business. It comes and goes like the weather. You never know what's next.
I love hearing the stories about before you were famous. And one of the ones I love hearing you tell is talking about your mom and you guys, and you're preparing for the outfits you're going to wear once you guys make it big. And your mom would have one idea, and then yours would be the complete opposite. And she's getting her nails done. You got calluses on your fingers from playing guitar. So different in so many ways, but yet it all came together in perfect harmony. Can you tell us about the way you and your mom were so different, but yet so same at the same time?
Well, she wore the dresses. I wore the pants. I'm the lead singer, and yet she was the boss. So I called her boss lady, and now I'm the boss lady. She was so prissy, and she loved sparkles. She would wear white and gold spandex, and I would look at her and go, what the hell? How am I supposed to match that? I don't understand. And we had fights about clothes all the time because she would want to wear something really prissy, and I would just want to wear like something that Elvis would wear. I would want to wear a suit. And so one of our famous outfits, she's wearing red latex. It was like this latex material that's just hard to even describe. It's like this heavy-duty pleather, shiny, and I'm wearing a black suit that Elvis would be proud of, and I thought I was the dude. I was just like ready to go, and she's pressing around with all her little skirt things and peplums and oh my God, sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. And I just, you know what? I just wanted to play guitar. I wanted to be in a band, and I wanted to be a musician, and she wanted to be a star.
It seemed like your style was the guitar. That was your greatest accessory, and I'm curious, what guitar is it that you like playing? I always see you playing an acoustic guitar. What kind of 6-string, 12-string, what do you play?
I have several guitars that, thank God, I'm sponsored by Gibson because they make some of the best guitars known to man. I'm really blessed in that department. I have several of their guitars. I also have a 58 Strat that I'm starting to play, and it's electric, and it's loud, and it's chaotic, and it makes me feel really powerful.
Speaking of guitar players, you tell a story, too, about that you were in the presence of Stevie Ray Vaughan, and you didn't realize that sitting right there could be one of the greatest guitar players of all time. Do you remember that first time you saw Stevie Ray Vaughan playing guitar?
Yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was 14 years old, and I had just started to really grasp what it's like to want to be in show business, because I'm not really that person. I'm really introverted. I'm very much a misfit in my family. I don't know where I belong, but all of a sudden I meet these characters like Stevie Ray and his brother Jimmy, and I'm sitting there and I have no idea. I'm 14 years old. So think about that, right? I have no idea that I'm sitting with some of the greatest artists of all time. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at them going, wow, that's cool. That looks really cool. And the way they're dressed and just their facial hair and the way they wore the hat, it was just like...
Hey, guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun, too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino-style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere, and each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
something out of a movie.
Well, if you want to see Wynonna playing like Stevie Ray Vaughan, make sure you get your tickets. The Judds, the final tour, it's coming to a city near you. It's a celebration of life and legacy of Naomi, and tickets are available now at thejudds.com. I promise you, Wynonna's going to be coming to a city near you. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk to you about your sister. You have said that you have a motherly relationship with your sister, Ashley. I'm curious, since your mom's passing, has this brought the two of you closer together?
More so than I expected. Ashley and I have been divided geographically since she was 14. I was 18 and very famous and traveling on a bus with my mother. So we were separated when we were teenagers, and now all of a sudden we're connected in the storm, and we're walking through it together in a way that is so intimate and so wow. It kind of blows my mind to talk about it, because all of a sudden I'm literally laying in bed with her at night, rubbing her feet, and we're having a slumber party, and I'm looking at her like we're 10 and 6.
I know sometimes people can ask the question of why when something just horrific happens with your mother, but that could be one of the reasons why. We're talking to why. The lovely Wynonna Judd, of course, getting ready to go back out on tour. And speaking of you and your sister, I've seen both of you have this tremendous professional success. And I'm sure a good portion of that has to be the things that your mother instilled in the two of you. I know it was a crazy growing up. I mean, we're talking about a single mom, welfare, mental health. But what is it that your mother instilled in the both of you that makes you both the strong, successful women that you are today?
Wow. That's a really loaded question, and I have one answer. One of the things she told me was, if you're going to do it right, or don't do it at all, and never let someone define who you are.
And what was your favorite song going on stage and performing with your mom? Like when the band said, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, here we go. This one, that one still to this day gives you chills on stage.
Grandpa, no doubt. Grandpa is one of the most tender songs. I can be in Congress, and they will sing the song together as one, and it blows my mind. If you can go to the White House and sing and gather people together, that's something, right? Country music has a way of bringing people together because it doesn't matter where you come from, because when you sing, it's still the same language and you're singing the same song together. So it bonds you for that 3 minutes.
That's your favorite song to perform with your mom. What about to record? Like when you think back on the recording sessions, is it the same song, or did you have another song that stands out when you're actually in the studio harmonizing and recording with your mother?
Mama, I found someone like you said. And it's like all of a sudden it's country music at its finest.
Oh, that was beautiful. You just serenaded me, Wynonna. I feel like we had a moment there. I love that. And then finally, I know you're a busy lady, and I'm going to let you go, although I could talk to you all day. The lovely Wynonna Judd blessing us with her time here on the show. But I think of Elvis as the king of rock and roll, George Strait, of course, the king of country. And I think of the queen of country, and you are right there. You could be the queen of country. But in your opinion, who is the queen of country, the greatest female country artist of all time?
It's not one person. We just lost Loretta Lynn. And, I cry every time I say her name. Tammy Wynette, Loretta Lynn, and Dolly Parton are my three, the triple threat. And to me, they.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Are the greatest of all time.
That's some pretty good company to be in. I can't wait to see your show. I hear it's going to be, how many songs? 28 songs? Are you playing 28 of them, I heard?
Every night, baby. Every single night, 28 songs. You got it.
That's right, baby. Make sure you go get your tickets. The final tour, The Judds, in celebration of the life and legacy of Naomi. Get your tickets at thejudds.com. God bless you, Y. Love your music, and we'll be praying for healing and sold-out shows.
By the way, this is my favorite interview of the whole day.
Oh, well, God bless you. Hopefully you'll come back on with me again. I could be your therapy, Wynonna. I'm not a therapist. I'm just a radio guy.
Absolutely. No, seriously. If you ever want something from me, you find me, okay?
All right. I love you, Wynonna. Thank you very much. That's very humbling to hear you say that. Have a great day. God bless you.
All right. Thank you, dear one. Bye for now.
Get ready for spring with the Home Depot and bring bright, colorful energy inside with projects to make your whole home feel like spring. Like livening your living spaces with a fresh coat of Behr Premium Plus paint starting at $28.98 for durable coverage in fun, vibrant colors for your walls and ceilings. It's never too early to start the season. There's a project you can tackle to get your home ready for spring, inside and out with the Home Depot. How doers get more done. In-store only. Product varies by store while supplies last.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.